How's everybody doing today? Pete here at Spawn Fly Fish, and I sure hope you all had a fantastic Thanksgiving. And we just want to pop out a thank you to everybody that's been shopping with us during our sale, Black Friday sale, and that'll go through the weekend and to Monday and all that good stuff. But thank you guys very much. It's you guys that make it possible for us to do what we love, and we do appreciate that. So here we are on the vise. This might not look like what you're used to seeing here, and for good reason, because it's not what you're used to seeing here. So today we're going to tie the Solitude Egg Larva. And first things, we're starting with the red hook. This is the Cutting Point SSW from Owner, and this is a size 2, and that red hook, sure looks pretty. For the bead, I am using a Plummeting Tungsten bead in fluorescent orange, and the size is 5/32 of an inch. For the weighted wire, I got some lead-free 0.020, and I happen to have 6 wraps on there. So let's get some thread going. Just got some uni 6/0. Any 6/0 140, of course, would also work just fine, but I would suggest going with pink. And I'm not sure who designed this fly. It is a Solitude fly, and it smacks. It just catches fish like crazy. This one specifically is a steelhead fly, so this is a steelhead size hook, all that stuff. If you've fished for steelhead, this will make sense. If you have not, by all means, maybe dumb this hook size down just a touch and transition this fly into a trout catching machine. And maybe at some point we will do that. Let's get into it. So for the tail, I've got some ultra chenille. This is size standard. This is fluorescent pink. And so what I'm going to do is just butt it up there right against that weighted wire and just tie it back down until it gets to where the hook starts to curve, and that's it. And so at this point, you see I didn't even wrap those weighted wire wraps. That's on me. I'm excited for this fly, and so that's why I jumped ahead a little. As far as this tail, we're looking for a tail that's roughly the same length as the body that we have going on here. So let's just go ahead and call that good. And then of course, one of the few times we get to play with fire here, and I'm going to utilize that, of course, and just give that a little kiss on that tail, and now this thing will not come undone. Great. I have tied this many different ways to see what the best body is, and in my opinion, with doing it this way, you're not going to get a bump anywhere in the body, and that to me, with my tying OCD, is a big deal. So I'm going to do is butt this second much longer piece right up against that first one and wrap it down to the exact same spot. Let me turn this back so I can see exactly what I'm doing. All right, and that's it. Are you ready for this? Now we wrap. So get that first one going. Nice snug wraps, touching wraps here, and we're just going to work this up the shank. So the idea of this fly is to kind of mimic a worm, if you will, that is pursuing an egg. So instead of like an egg-sucking leech or something, how about a worm? And again, for those of you who fish for steelhead, there's, in the gear world, especially like plastic bodies, all that, a pink worm is just amazing to these fish. And this is kind of where we go, all right, once again, in the gear world, they use this. How does it apply to us in the fly world? This is how. So this is like a couple different flies in one, right? You've got this orange bead representing an egg. You've got the pink body and tail that does move and swing in the water, and that's going to look like a smaller worm. And so with the steelhead, right, they're not necessarily looking for the same size fly that we would use for coho and chum and all that. They want something a little smaller, a little cuter. Well, this is your answer. So this is just me yapping when all I have to do to finish this is a small little loop here with my thread, get it in there secure, open all the way. And now for this final touch here, I have some ice dub in pearl, and This is UV pearl, to be exact. Like, you see how much that is? I want just a touch. That's it. Nothing crazy. No big amounts. But I do need to find where I dropped my spinner here. Forgive me for 1 second. And I will grab that and we'll be in biz. There we go. All right, spinner's in there. Just a little spin is all I need. Nothing crazy. And this is absolutely where, if you wanted to, you could just veil that dub over the thread. Except I don't think it's going to stay in there very strongly. And these are mean, toothy critters. They will shred that stuff out of there. So for me, just to give this fly a little bit of a better longevity, I'll just go ahead and tie that loop. But you do you. If you want to tie 50 of these up real quick, this is a simple fly, very quick fly. By all means, you could do that and secure it as best you can, because I'm telling you, this fly does get eaten. All right, so now any of this excess, you see how easily that just comes off? There we go, finished fly. And let's finish this thing. So that is just how technically difficult you have to make flies to be successful on the water. Not too shabby. All right, cut that thread out. And of course, we will put just a little bit of head cement on that thread and call it good. And so today we've got, that's a big drop. We don't want that much. Got a brand new jar of some Loon hardhead clear. So of course it's coming out hot. It's great stuff. I love it. And there we are, folks. That's about as easy as you can make things on yourself. And sometimes that's a great thing. All right. That's it. That is the Solitude Egg Larva fly. And now you guys know how to go catch steelhead. So if you enjoyed this, please hit like, please hit subscribe, and we will see you all on the water.